Marksmanship Hunter with a Dark Ranger hero talent is one of the strongest ways to play Hunter in Mythic Plus right now. In this guide, I'll walk you through everything you need to know, the talent build, how focus works, the core mechanics, and of course your rotation for both Single Target and AoE. This video is made for new and returning players, so I'll explain each ability as we go without assuming you already know what they do. By the end, you'll understand not just what buttons to press, but why you're pressing them. This is the talent build we're using for Mythic Plus. I'll show the tree here so you can pause and grab a screenshot, or just use the import string in the description. The important thing to know is that build revolves around aim shot, rapid fire, and black arrow. For hero talents, we're running with Dark Ranger with Phantom Pain. Since this is a Mythic Plus guide, you can swap Phantom Pain for Eben Bowstring for more single target damage, but that's not the right choice for Mythic Plus, so we'll stick with Phantom Pain here. Because we're Dark Ranger, we lose Kill Shot and instead gain Black Arrow. This button is the heart of this build, and you press it every chance you get. Black Arrow deals heavy damage, it applies a damage over time effect, and it interacts with other mechanics like precise shots, making it hit even harder when you have that buff. Ideally, you want to spend precise shots on Black Arrow whenever is possible. But even without the buff, you don't want to sit on it. Cast Black Arrow as soon as it's available, as long as your target is above 80% or below 20% health. On top of that, Aim Shot and Rapid Fire can randomly give you Black Arrow procs, and those procs are some of your biggest damage. So the rule is simple: if you can press Black Arrow, press it. Before we go into the rotation, let's talk about focus, which is the resource that hunters use. Think of it like energy. It slowly regenerates on its own, but most of the time you'll need to actively build it back up. Your main focus builder is Steady Shot. Every time you cast Steady Shot, you gain focus, and it also reduces the cooldown of Aim Shot by 2 seconds, which makes it even more important. Your other builder is Rapid Fire. It does some damage and also generates a big chunk of focus while channeling. Then you spend focus on your main abilities: Aim Shot, Arcane Shot for single target, Multi-Shot for AoE, and Black Arrow when it's available. So the idea is kinda simple. You don't let your focus cap out, you don't run empty, and whenever you're dry, weave in steady shots to bring it back up and to get your aim shot back faster. Now let's go over the core mechanics that define how you actually play this build. First is precise shots. Every time you cast aim shot or rapid fire, you gain this buff. Precise shots makes your next arcane shot or multi-shot deal way more damage. Think of it as a green light telling you to spend on those smaller shots. Next is trick shots. This effect makes your aim shot and rapid fire cleave, hitting multiple enemies instead of just one. The way you trigger it is by casting multi-shot or by casting Black Arrow when it hits 3 or more enemies. Keeping trick shots up is important for doing good AoE damage. And then we have Black Arrow. The ability itself is already strong, but even more important is how you use it with precise shots. Every time you cast aim shot or rapid fire, you're guaranteed a precise shot. Black Arrow, on the other hand, is either random from the same abilities or available on a fixed 10-second cooldown when the target is above 80% or below 20% health. The ideal is simple. You line up Black Arrow with precise shots whenever possible. That combination makes Black Arrow hit significantly harder, and because precise shots is guaranteed, you can plan for it. The best case is when you already have a precise shots buff and then you get a Black Arrow proc. You just fire it off instantly. Using Black Arrow without precise shots is technically not optimal, but because it's so easy to generate precise shots, you should almost never be in that situation. Finally, we need to talk about Trueshot, which is your main DPS cooldown. And when you activate Trueshot, your aim shot charges come back much faster, and you also get a guaranteed Black Arrow proc. That's why you always want to spend any Black Arrow procs before you press Trueshot, so you don't waste them. One small detail is before you go into Trueshot, you should always use rapid fire first. That way you don't end up sitting on it during your cooldown window. Outside of Trueshot, it's a good habit to follow aim shot with steady shot. It gives your aim shot cooldown reduction, and the cast time lets you see if you got a black arrow proc before you spend your precise shots. Let's walk through the rotation, starting with the opener in Mythic Plus. When you're running into a pack of enemies, the sequence looks like this. Start with black arrow. It's one of your strongest abilities, so you always want to get it rolling first to get it on cooldown. Then cast rapid fire. After rapid fire, you'll have a precise shot buff, and if you get a black arrow proc, press it. If not, spend the buff on multi-shot to set up trick shots. Now it's time for Trueshot. Inside Trueshot, start with aim shot. That'll give you another precise shot buff. Again, you want to spend it with black arrow. That's the opener. Now, once you're past it, the rotation boils down to a simple two-step decision system. After every aim shot or rapid fire, do I have black arrow proc? If yes, press it in both AoE and single target. If you don't have the proc, then it depends on a situation. Single target, you spend your precise shots with arcane shot, and AoE, you spend your precise shots with multi-shot. If you have both aim shot and rapid fire ready, don't cast them back to back. Spend your precise shots in between so you don't override the buff. Remember, when you're casting aim shot, it has a chance to give you a black arrow proc. What I usually do is I'm already mashing black arrow while aim shot is going off, like I'm gambling and it's going to happen. And if it doesn't, fine, I'll just pivot into multi-shot or arcane shot instead. Always gamble on black arrow, but don't get it twisted. Don't gamble. Gambling is for entertainment and entertainment only. You won't break even. You won't win. You won't do any of that, you understand? You will only go into debt and ruin your fucking life. Before we wrap up, let's talk about gearing real quick. For Marksmanship Hunter, you generally want to stack Critical Strike and Mastery. Crit is your top stat up until like 53-54%, and Mastery is your second most valuable stat. That said, I always say this: sim your character. The only way to know for sure what's the best for you is to plug your character into Raidbots.com. I even have a short 2-minute video on my channel that shows exactly how to do it. So the guideline is aim for crit and mastery, but don't guess, sim it. And that's a guide if you want the talent build import string. It's linked in the description along with the WeakAura setup I'm using. If you got any questions, drop them down in the comments and I do read and answer them. And if this video helped you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more World of Warcraft guides just like this one. As always, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.